Welcome back, HUD buds. In this episode, we'll be letting our own Brian Lanning take you on a nostalgic journey back in time in our new segment, RetroFIT. Also, we'll be tallying up our staff picks for this year's Academy Awards with the help of Batman. And, of course, give your scores for your favorite television shows, movies, and video games. It's all shown here on your heads-up display.
It's me, Mario. Nobody's faster than me.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Heads Up Display, where we establish who's who, what's what, and which is which in the realm of entertainment media. I'm Casey Smith.
And I'm Stephanie Holmeyer. Casey, the Oscars are coming up soon, right?
Yeah, and I'm excited to watch it.
I am too. But do you know who else is excited?
Who?
Batman.
What?
Here's Batman asking our staff for their 2015 Academy Awards predictions.
Wait, really?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Unknown number. Hello. Yeah, it's Bats. You want me to what? Interview HUD staff members for what? The Oscars. I'm on it. I just have to bat suit up. Let's swing in. Hey everyone, it's Bats! Not only am I the world's greatest detective, I'm also a film aficionado. Only second to Roper, but I'm coming for you. You watch your back. With the Oscars on the horizon, I thought, maybe I should interview my friends over at HUD to get their predictions. So to start our awards picks, we'll go with the most prestigious award of the night, Best Picture. I'm here with, what was it?
Brian.
Brian! Let me ask you, buddy.
I just gotta be honest, I'm just super intimidated right now.
You should be! Not everybody gets a chance to get in the ring with Bats. But, with that said, what is your prediction for Best Picture at the Oscars?
I'm going for Grand Budapest Hotel.
Ah, Grand Budapest. Wes Anderson is a great director. I'm here with Casey. He has a girl's name, but he has a great beard. Hey, I'm Batman. I mean, Batbeard. Oh, we got a jokester over here. No, really, I'm Batbeard. Fair enough. I'm not messing with that beard. Give me my mask. Give me my mask. No. Oh, actress in a leading role. That one girl from Gone Girl. I don't remember her name. Rosamund Pike? Pike, yeah, that was it. They should call her Rosamund Boxcutter, if you know what I mean. Josh, right? Is it Josh?
Gage, what are you doing?
Josh! My name is not Gage, it's Batman. Best supporting actor in a supporting role.
Ethan Hawke.
Who?
Ethan Hawke.
Not Ethan Bats? Ethan Hawke. Boyhood. Love that movie.
Yes.
I wish he was my dad, but my dad's dead. Riley! Right? Good to see you. I like your hair. And your hat. Tell me, do you have one that comes in a dark gray or maybe a black? No? Well, it would look better that way. All right, best actor.
Intense.
That's
Best
one
actor,
word.
by far, Steve Carell.
Steve Carell.
Foxcatcher, amazing performance. Something like he's never done before.
I know he's normally a ha-ha guy. Now he's like a ha-ha guy, if you know what I mean. Best supporting actress in a supporting role.
See, I didn't really know like the leading ones, so...
So naturally you don't know the supporting ones either. This guy, what is this, amateur hour? Come on, next time throw me somebody who actually knows what we're doing here, alright. You're gonna want to go with Patricia Arquette for Boyhood.
Yeah, it sounds great, man.
Best animated feature. The Lego Movie. The Lego Movie. The Lego Movie. The Lego Movie, yes. Yes. It's not even nominated, but that's your pick. Alright, get out of here. Wait, what? What? This is my show. Okay. Leave.
Thanks for that, Batman. Hi everyone, I'm Josh Engard.
And I'm Will Courtney.
And we'll be reviewing the long-awaited Breaking Bad spin-off series, Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul is the prequel to the massively popular Breaking Bad series, and follows the story of lawyer Jimmy McGill as he struggles to make ends meet and ultimately transform into the infamous lawyer, Saul Goodman. Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould return as the showrunners of the series, and together they create complex episodes that each have unique and interesting plots, excellent videography, and noteworthy effects.
The extraordinary acting by Bob Odenkirk as Saul Goodman, together with all the supporting cast members' unique performances, makes watching multiple episodes of this series in one sitting a very engaging and enjoyable experience. The series has just started out, but already the tension and masterful storytelling that Gilligan and Gould have delivered us makes us all the more excited to see what happens to Saul each week, and we can't wait for more. We'll give Better Call Saul a solid 9.2 Showtimes out of 10.
It's showtime, folks.
Hello, HUD buds. I'm Gage Garrett, who is definitely not Batman.
And I'm James Greenhaw, who is still kind of suspicious.
And we're going to review two completely different but equally enjoyable movies, Fury and Into the Woods.
Into the Woods is an enchanting musical with music and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim that was adapted from the stage to the silver screen by director Rob Marshall. The story weaves together many fairy tales which bring along their over-the-top characters and magical escapades that all intersect in the mysterious wood. Each fairy tale crisscrosses with each other, and we see numerous recognizable, well-acted characters such as Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, Jack, etc., who each try to have their own individual wishes come true. What's great in this story is that even in a fantasy world with giants in the sky and golden slippers that are comfortable, the morals that are taught, such as how to deal with loss or dealing with loneliness, carry weight in the real world. These moments and others are highlighted beautifully by the score, which is taken unaltered from the stage production. It's dynamic and catchy, or somber and meaningful when the plot demands it, and some of these songs will stay in your head for the next couple days after seeing it. With great acting, memorable effects, and cinematography, a rousing score, and an entertaining story, we're giving Into the Woods 8.5 Magic Beans out of 10.
Beans? Oh no, we mustn't give up our beans. Well, if you feel that we must.
Beans in exchange for my cow?
Fury is an uncompromising look at the brutality of World War II through the eyes of a fictional but relatable tank crew that are defending the Allies against a huge battalion of Axis troops. The story is grim and puts you on the edge of your seat, as the aspects of war are explored by several relatable characters who all share a strong sense of camaraderie. The effects, score, and cinematography shine through the movie, especially during the action scenes, where it feels like the audience is just as overwhelmed as the characters. Thanks to the driving soundtrack, snappy camera work, and intense effects that create these macabre but beautiful scenes. To sum up, Fury is a well-executed journey through war that has themes that effortlessly resonate with the audience. We give Fury 8.7 best job I ever had out of 10.
Well, you know we do get $1.35 a day, right? Best job I ever had. Best job I ever had.
Best job I ever had.
Hey guys, I'm Chris Aguilar.
And I'm Jacob Hicks.
And we'll be capping off the review segment of the show with 3 pulse-pounding games that'll cover a wide audience. Here's our reviews for Evolve, Dying Light, and Dragon Age Inquisition.
Evolve is a new take on the traditional multiplayer competitive style, pitting 4 hunters against one powerful alien monster. The hunters are split into 4 classes: Medic, Tracker, Assault, and Support, all of which carry specific responsibilities during the hunt. The monsters, Goliath, Kraken, or Wraith, all provide different ways to feed, hunt, and evolve. The different hunter and monster options all have unique playstyles, which enhances replayability and encourages players to find and commit to a role. Like many games, exclusive multiplayers, Evolve lacks true narrative, although the game does provide an introduction to hunters and monster-infested planet they hope to evacuate. Little else is provided outside the casual small talk between the characters during matches. The world of Evolve, however, is full of ambience. When on the hunt, the game substitutes epic scores for atmospheric echoes, rustling foliage, and other animal noises. Sound also plays an important role in gameplay. Often the monster's general location is given away by the sound of scattering birds or its unmistakable sound of its rampage through the foliage. As far as graphics are concerned, the game looks good, simple as that. The monsters all look amazing and massive, and playing as them makes everything else look small. The hunters, on the other hand, wander through massive valleys and jungles, and most of the other inhabitants are much larger than you. We highly recommend Evolve, and we'll give it 9 we're going ins out of 10.
Gear up. We're going in.
What surprised me the most about Dying Light was how vast and dangerous its world can be, and what a fun experience it carried as well. The game consists of 2 distinct play styles. During the day, you wander the streets looking for supplies and items to survive against your flesh-hungry enemies. At night, things change as you are the one being hunted. The graphics are very nice. Most everything in the world is interactive, and the environment is very eye-catching at times, as if the developers tried to express, who said you can't have a bit of paradise in hell? A large gameplay element is crafting weapons, which the sound enhances quite a bit, since each unique weapon sounds and plays differently than any other. It is all very satisfying. The music in the game is very good as well, changing in mood between atmospheric background music during the day and intense, foreboding songs during the night. Truly, the funnest part of the game is its co-op play. At first, it was fun to solo and explore by myself. Then I invited a friend of mine, and the game became 10 times more fun. The game is very replayable, especially if you have a friend to help you out. Overall, Dying Light is a solid parkour zombie experience that I recommend you to try out. We give Dying Light 8.8 dropkicks out of 10.
Dragon Age Inquisition is the epitome of fantasy role-playing video games. Its rich and bountiful environments is ripe for all sorts of exploration, and challenging combat that lets players pick between a multitude of fighting styles. Many memorable characters and a ruthless villain create a deep and involving narrative that spans many hours of gameplay, and makes sure that any player choice a player has made carries weight. The game truly shines in its level design, as environments range from a thick, intimidating jungle, a wide open plain inhabited by wandering elves, a booming imperial city, and a barren wasteland of a desert. These locales all carry a multitude of quests and goals, and some of which are more meaningful since some of the side quests are only made available to you if the party member trusts you. These side quests help the player relate to each character in a variety of ways, be it friendly or romantically. The replay value in this game is enormous because there are so many ways that you can journey and differ throughout the game. Its length is only the icing on the cake, since every choice carries noticeable effects during the rest of the game. All of these choices are properly fleshed out, and each encounter with your enemy rewards the player with battles that are grand in scale. I cannot recommend this game enough, and neither can many other reviewers, since it won Game of the Year last year. We give Dragon Age Inquisition 9.8 powerful choruses out of 10.
The night is long and the path is dark. Look to the sky for what is the dawn will come.
we're going to be looking at one of my personal favorites, Sonic the Hedgehog for Sega Genesis. For our purposes, we're going to be covering Sonics 1, 2, 3, and Sonic & Knuckles, reviewing them as a whole. So it's safe to say that if you were living in the mid-1990s right now, you would be doing one of two things. Either putting on your favorite jumpsuit, heading to the mall to pick up chicks, or you'd be in your mother's basement playing Sonic the Hedgehog. The 90s were a magical time for sure, and a landmark time for Sega. Their launch of the original Sonic the Hedgehog game marked the launch of one of the most successful, highest-grossing, and iconic franchises of all time. Sonic 1 was released in 1991, and the object of the game was to guide Sonic through 3 stages of each level. At the end of each level, the evil Dr. Robotnik was waiting in some kind of egg-shaped contraption of doom. Only by defeating this nefarious, bulbous, and mustached man could Sonic advance to the next stage. The levels were simple yet difficult, the controls intuitive yet challenging, and the gameplay supersonic fast. Fast forward to 1992, and we have Sonic 2. This sequel offered everything we loved about the first Sonic, with some game-changing updates, such as upgraded power-ups and Sonic's lethal spin-dash attack. This attack allowed players to charge up Sonic's spin and release it in one burst of speed. This move became a staple in the gameplay and was key to defeating many enemies. But the biggest revolution in Sonic 2 was brought along by the introduction of a new character, Miles Tails per Hour, or Tails the Fox. Get it? Miles per hour? Took me 20 years to get that joke. This two-tailed fox harnessed the ability to fly by spinning his 2 tails like a propeller. This added a new dimension to the gameplay. Sonic even had the ability to jump up and lock hands with Tails in mid-flight, allowing the pair to fly together. Along with this, Tails had the ability to swim underwater and essentially not die. If player 2 just so happened to fall into a pit or get hit with no rings, he would take a plunge off the screen Mario style and appear from the left of the screen a few seconds later, not subtracting from Sonic's lives. This was a blessing and a curse for the Fox, however, because it proved that Tails' actions were secondary to Sonic in the gameplay. If Sonic were to leave Tails in the dust, the game would reset Tails' action and he would appear on the screen when Sonic came to a full stop. This was the only downside to being player 2, and if you're a little brother like me, you were always player 2. Jump ahead to 1994, and Sonic 3 and its extension pack Sonic & Knuckles were upon us. Sonic 3 retained all of the gameplay qualities that made its predecessors so great. Fast gameplay was even accompanied by 16-bit sound score for the ages. In fact, the King of Pop himself, Michael Jackson, was brought on board to help with the score. However, due to scandals involving Jackson at the time, he was removed from the project and the music was reworked. These epic 16-bit tunes included themes from Hydro City Zone, Carnival Zone, Ice Cap Zone, and Flying Battery Zone. Sonic 3 also came with no shortage of game-changing elements, including one of console gaming's first save systems. The player could save their progress by each level they had completed. If Sonic were to run out of lives, the player would start over from the furthest level they completed rather than from the beginning of the game. Also, the player could choose to play as Sonic and Tails, Sonic by himself, or Tails by himself. This allowed our favorite two-tailed fox to finally shine on the small screen, all on his own. Sonic & Knuckles introduced new levels within the same storyline of Sonic 3. Originally designed to be released as one game, the tech at the time would not allow the larger game to exist on one cartridge. So in response, Sega created just about the sexiest thing I'd ever seen at the time: interlocking game cartridges. This stackable feat of 16-bit goodness allowed the player to play Sonic & Knuckles when inserted by itself, and play as Knuckles in Sonic 3 and 2 when interlocked properly. And how could we overlook the elephant, or the echidna in the room? Knuckles added a whole new element never seen before in a Sonic game, primarily sass. That's right, this sarcastic echidna was primarily a side antagonist in the third game. But audiences played through Sonic & Knuckles, they found that he was simply manipulated by Dr. Robotnik to do his bidding. Knuckles added the ability to glide through the air, punch down certain walls, and climb vertical surfaces. So how does the Sonic series hold up? In this guy's opinion, fantastically. The gameplay is nothing short of a classic masterpiece. The graphics define the 16-bit era of gaming. Everything from the character motion to the backgrounds to the level design hold up well in terms of side-scrollers today. Sonics 1 through 3 had some of the most iconic and memorable music cuts of all time, and the sound effects were always fun and responsive, and in some case, heart attack inducing. Do not even get me started on the "you're underwater and you're about to drown" countdown. The game could be extremely hard and that much more rewarding. I can't even remember a time when I had more fun when I was a little kid than when I sat on the couch playing Sonic the Hedgehog with my older brother, even if I was always player 2. This is what gives Sonic the Hedgehog a perfect nostalgia rating for me. This is why I give Sonic the Hedgehog the series, for Sega Genesis, a speedy 9.6 spin dash attacks out of 10. That's it for RetroFIT. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And one last word of wisdom: 3 Dimensions is overrated. back to you.
That's a wrap for this episode of Heads Up Display. Thanks for watching.
Keep up to date on all the HUD details on our org sync page. There you can view personal projects, written reviews, and the rest of the scenes from last episode's Professor Plays.
For now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. I'm Stephanie Holmeyer.
And I'm Casey Smith.
And this has been Heads Up Display.